Everyone knew going into the NFL Combine that Saquon Barkley, the running back out of Penn State, was going to be a big name. But I think we're leaving Indy and saying not only is he a big name, is he the name? This is a player who's 233 pounds. He ran the 40-yard dash in 4.4 seconds, put up 29 repetitions on the bench press. He had a 41-inch vertical leap. He basically knocked it out of the park. His interview with the media was excellent. I wouldn't be surprised if Barkley is right now atop almost all draft boards across the league.
I think Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen had a really good combine. He probably had the most to prove on the field. He obviously showed off that arm that everybody knows that he has, but he also showed some decent accuracy, some good touch. He's really only helping his draft stock, and you've got to consider him really high now, whether that might be for the Browns at number 1.
Shaquem Griffin, his stock definitely soared. Not only did he impress with his workout where he bench pressed 20 reps at 225 using the prosthetic on his left arm, but then he went out there and clocked that 40 time of 4.38 seconds, moved well, displayed his athleticism. He's a guy that went from, like I said, not being at the combine to now being a guy that they're talking about in the 4th, 5th round. It's not a dramatic drop, but definitely where teams who were left disappointed in him was Sam Darnold with his decision not to go out there and throw. Teams really wanted to see him as a competitor. They know what he's like in games from watching all his film, but they wanted to see him embrace the opportunity to make a statement, and he didn't do that.
I kind of agree with Mike with Darnold's situation because in the past, we've had situations where multiple quarterbacks didn't want to throw at the combine because they felt it wasn't a controlled environment. But the biggest issue with Darnold at the combine was that we had Josh Allen throwing, we had Baker Mayfield throwing, we had Lamar Jackson throwing, we had Josh Rosen throwing. All of the top NFL prospect quarterbacks threw. Now in those interview processes with all the teams, he had to answer these questions. Why aren't you throwing? I guarantee you that if he didn't have answers that satisfied the teams, they probably started to notch him down a little bit in their draft board.
This was my 9th combine, and I think one of the worst workouts that I've ever seen was from Oklahoma offensive tackle Orlando Brown. This was a guy who was probably projected to be a first-round pick. He showed the size that we were expecting, but his workout numbers, his athleticism were really poor. He only did 14 reps on the bench press. Usually we're seeing offensive tackles into the 20s. He ran a 5.85 second 40-yard dash. This kid had a really, really poor day, and hopefully he can rebound for his sake and not let this bad combine define him through this draft process.